All praises due to the Most High family. Is Mo Football Monday. So real quick, family, my schedule doesn't allow me to catch the games live. So I watch the highlights, I check the box score, and I come back to you, family, with my perspective so we can engage in football conversation. So I just finished watching the Chiefs beat the Lions. And I gotta say, I'm not a Chiefs fan, although I do enjoy watching Pat Mahomes play good football and competitive football. I have to say, with this win against the Lions, this might put the Chiefs back in the driver's seat for the AFC. Obviously, the Rams are an NFC team, so I don't think that this changes the standings too much in the AFC. But if I'm thinking about who the Chiefs' biggest competition is in the AFC, and right now that's the Colts and the Bills. And the Jaguars did just beat the Chiefs also. So, but I'm going with those as the top AFC teams, right? The Bills, the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Chiefs, right? I don't know if those are all the division leaders, but those are the top contending teams in the AFC right now for me. And we all knew that the Lions are. Some people I heard this week had them as the best team in the league. They're certainly one of the 2 or 3 top teams in the NFC. So for me, family, the Chiefs are kind of officially back. With this win. This is one of the top teams in the NFL. I don't think, for me, their defense was very impressive. The Chiefs' defense, very impressive in this game. They didn't generate any turnovers. They only got 1 sack, I think. And even though they didn't generate turnovers and sacks, this was a bend but don't break defense. Like, the Lions still had decent offensive numbers in terms of yards, in terms of they actually won the third down conversion battle, in terms of yard per play. Like, they had some decent offensive stats, but the Chiefs just did not let them in the end zone. And even though the Lions converted better on third down than the Chiefs did, they still did not have the best third down conversion rate, right? That's just what it shows. But they did not get, although the Lions won the third down conversion battle, they converted more third downs than the Chiefs did. They didn't get as many first downs as the Chiefs did. So to me, this Chiefs defense is bend but don't break. Right? They're gonna make timely plays rather than just, stop you up front, rather than, causing turnovers and sacks. They're just going to get timely stops. They're going to crunch down in the red zone. That's what the Chiefs defense is going to do. Now, the offense, obviously, the Chiefs are definitely benefiting from having Xavier Worthy back. They adjusted To me, I've seen some offensive adjustments because the running game hasn't been there for the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes is your leading rusher for the Chiefs. That's not a good look. It's great to know that Pat can do that, but that's not ideal for your balanced attack moving forward. So what I noticed in this game, and this is why I think that the Chiefs are kind of back, this was a low effort, this was a high reward, top tier quality opponent type of game. But the Chiefs did not extend themselves really at all. Really at all. They didn't have to cause all these turnovers. They didn't have to go crazy on the blitzes and play real chancy defense. They did not do that at all. They really played smart, solid, consistent defense. And when it mattered most, they made tackles. And on offense, there were a few shots taken, but really this was a quick release pass offense. There's a lot more screens, I noticed, a little more dink and dunk. Right? A little more backyard football with Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. That was really the offense, is what I noticed. Definitely more quick balls, short throws, a lot more screens just to get these athletes out on the perimeter with blockers. Right? But they kept it simple and executed. And to me, that's where the Chiefs are and have been dangerous, because we've seen the Chiefs with crazy talent with Tyreek Hill and Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce, like at the peak of their powers, and then Kareem Hunt, like at the peak of his powers. So, but the Chiefs are not that right now. The Chiefs are not that. I mean, really, Pat Mahomes is the only one still at the peak of his powers, but his numbers aren't there. So he's doing this. To me, they just took a game plan approach to accentuate the strengths of what they have on offense and to minimize the weaknesses of what they have on offense. And that's what makes the Chiefs dangerous, although all they really have is Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. Pat Mahomes can do whatever it is that you need him to do from the quarterback position. It's just a matter of figuring out what the rest of the offense needs from Pat and does well, outside of having Pat do it. Does that make sense? Like, it's a question of what do we need Pat to do for this offense to run the best? And so that's really the adjustments that I see the Chiefs are making is, okay, well, here's what we have around Pat, and Pat can do anything that we ask of him. So it's just a matter of identifying what does asking Pat to do allow the other 10 offensive players to play at their best. And so to me, this was it, because the Lions are no joke on defense. Right? So this is a solid win by the Chiefs. You handled one of the best offenses in the league, and your defense came out to play, and then you are showing improvement and a better understanding of your approach on offense. Again, the Lions don't have a top defense, but a decent one. So this was complimentary football by the Chiefs. I want to kind of say they're back off of this win. I mean, their record they still got some work to do, but just off the eye test, off of the quality of opponent, I think the Chiefs are back. Peace and love.